So any doubts in the previous lectures? Abhishek?
No, sir.
Siddharth?
Sir?
Any doubts?
No, sir.
Vipin? Vipin Ghosh? Are you there, Vipin Ghosh? Prashant?
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Syed?
No, sir.
Susthanu?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Any doubts to anyone? Karan?
Sir, no doubt, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm starting with the lecture now. So we have done till the substantial derivative.
Yes, sir.
हाँ जी बताइए.
Sir.
हाँ जी बताइए. हाँ जी, do you have any query? Subeg?
Yes, sir.
Subeg?
Yes, sir.
So you have any doubts?
Sir, actually, I have just entered the classroom. So
Okay, no, I am asking in the previous lecture. You are not attending all the lectures, it seems.
sir, actually, I was at the SSB, so I just
Okay.
yes, sir.
So I am starting with the lecture now. So we have done with the substantial derivative. That is going from Lagrangian to Eulerian or Eulerian to Lagrangian back. This was the approach which was applied on what? On what kind of control volumes?
Differentially small.
Differentially small.
And at least one.
Differentially small or infinitesimally small control volumes. So next was the Reynolds transport theorem, which also converts from Lagrangian to Eulerian or Eulerian to Lagrangian, but now for a
Moving flow.
finite size control volume.
Yes, sir.
Please remember, substantial derivative also applies to moving infinitesimally small control volume as well. Substantial derivative only means it is being applied to differentially small finite volume. It may be moving in space or it may be fixed. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So substantial derivative can be applied to which two?
Differentially small fixed
This one and
space.
this one.
Yes.
So here you apply the substantial derivative. And here you apply the
Reynolds.
Reynolds transport.
clear. So now we are doing with the Reynolds transport theorem. And before I start with the Reynolds transport theorem, you can look at this example, which will help you to appreciate that there is a common philosophy in this approach that can be applied to mass, momentum, energy, angular momentum, anything that can be applied to. So that is, if you consider the control volume as the bank, that there is a bank building here. you deposit some money into this bank. So that is money going into the control volume. You withdraw some money out, that means some money is coming out of the control volume, that is the bank. What else can be done? What is interest? It is the money that is being generated within the bank.
Yes, sir. Very good.
Yes, sir.
So that is the generation term. Or there may be certain kind of, say, if you don't keep greater than zero balance, there's some kind of deduction in most of the accounts. So energy is what, or money is being destroyed somehow, not destroyed in that sense. So the way the energy, the mass, money was generated using interest, money could be destroyed using these deductions. So if I ask you, what is the rate at which money in the bank is increasing, what will be your answer? What is the rate at which money in the bank is being increased? So what will be your answer? So this money deposited is A, this money withdrawn is B, this money interest is C, this deduction is D. So what will you say? What is the rate at which money is being accumulated in the bank? Hanji. What should I write down? A dot means rate at which money is deposited. Minus, what should be there?
Minus D, sir.
B dot plus
Yes, sir.
E
C.
dot.
C dot minus
D dot.
D dot. D dot.
this should be equal to rate at which
Money deposit.
money is increasing in the bank. Are you clear? Hai? So here the example was of a bank account or a bank, and the thing that was getting in, out, accumulated or deducted was money. So you can think about all other processes with the same analogy. That is, if there was a tub and tub was, so I gave this example the other day also, water was coming out at 10 kg per second, say this was 1 kg per second, 3 kg per second, say 5 kg per second. So what do you know? What is the rate at which the tank is getting filled?
One kg per second, sir.
1 kg per
1 kg per second.
second. So rate at which mass of the tank is increasing is equal to what is mass, rate of mass into the system minus rate of the mass out of the system. What are the two terms that you are not able to see here?
Generation, sir.
Generation and annihilation. That is, there is nothing that is getting destroyed or mass is evolving. So that is the case. Had you had, for instance, I am little modifying the statement now. Now let me know. Say this was again the tank and some water was coming in. Say this was at 10 kg per second. Some mass was going, say 1 kg per second and say 3 kg per second. So somebody was doing electrolysis. Electrolysis here, and say somebody was converting and somebody else was supplying hydrogen and oxygen both here. So what will happen? So here say, what happens in electrolysis? what happens in external?
Dissociation of hydrogen.
Hanji?
Ionization.
Decomposition of water.
So water gets converted to hydrogen and oxygen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So some amount of water is being lost.
Yes,
And
sir.
what about this? Hydrogen and oxygen are combining together. So some amount of water is being generated due to this process.
Yes, sir.
So if this kind of system is there, then you have these as non-zeros. Otherwise, mass rate into the system minus mass out of the system is equal to a rate of increase if these terms are zero. Any doubts to anyone?
No, sir.
Now, from this diagram, you know that these are conservative laws and these need to be applied to these flow models. And quickly let me know in original form, what is the format of these laws? What is the format of these laws? It is Lagrangian or Eulerian?
Lagrange.
What
Lagrange.
level of physics? Lagrangian?
Yes, sir.
So that means once we know the Lagrangian format of these laws, we can convert them to the corresponding Eulerian one through Reynolds transport theorem. Now, before we go to the Reynolds transport theorem, let's look on which law will we apply those Reynolds transport theorem to. So these are the physical laws I have written down here. Conservation of mass, Newton's second law. What is this law? What does this law conserve? I can call this as conservation of what?
Linear momentum.
Linear momentum. This is angular momentum principle, that is conservation of angular momentum. This is first law. This is second law of thermodynamics. So all these laws, as you know, have been originally defined in Lagrangian frame of reference. Now let's first look at the Lagrangian frame. So what do you know about conservation of mass? How can you mathematically state this law? M is the constant. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So if I want to express this in rate form means I want to include the time as one of the variables. So what does that tell you? dm by dt system should be equal to
0.
0. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Is this valid for objects moving with speed of light? Is this law true for objects moving with speed of light or not?
No, sir.
No. So please remember, when I apply conservation of mass, I am essentially dealing with classical mechanics. That should be clear in your mind. You cannot apply this when you are dealing with relativistic mechanics. So this is only true for classical mechanics. And what is mass equal to? Rho into volume. Clear? Any doubts? So if I want to write down M system, I can write down this as integral rho dV. Any doubts to anyone? Any doubts to anyone? And I know that dm by dt system is equal to 0. Any clear? Any doubts in these two? If you have any doubts, please ask me. This is conservation of mass as defined with the Lagrangian frame of reference. That is for a system. Clear? What about the second law, Newton's second law? What does this state? Force equal to what? Rate of change of
Momentum.
dp by dt.
linear momentum.
Yes, sir.
What is P?
Mass into velocity.
Mass into
M
velocity.
into V.
If you apply chain rule, what do you get?
M dv by dt plus v dm by dt.
So which term is zero here?
VDM by dt.
v dm by dt.
Because again you are working in
Classical mechanics.
Second.
classical mechanics. And that's why force becomes equal to what? M
Mass
dv
dv
by
by
dt,
dt.
and that is m into acceleration.
Acceleration.
So please remember, this law is only valid for bodies that are moving with very low velocity as compared to speed of light. That's why we say this Newton's second law is not universal law. This is a law that is only valid when the bodies are not moving with speed of light. Clear? Any doubts to anyone? Any doubts to anyone? Now what is P equal to? This is mv.
mv.
If I want to find out dp, what will be dp equal to? What will be dp equal to?
M dV.
M
dV.
dv.
plus
VDM.
v dm.
dm.
now if I want to integrate dp to get p, I should integrate in this fashion. Now in this case, what do you think, which term will be zero? Be careful. Which term should be zero in this case?
dm.
dm. Think about it. We are finding momentum of what? Some mass. We are finding momentum of some mass. If this was a river and say this was the fluid element, if this is moving with velocity say v, all the parts of this will be moving with what velocity? Hanji.
V velocity, sir.
V velocity only.
Yes, sir.
If I want to compute the total momentum, for instance, I have this body, say, this body has 4 parts. Say one part has mass m1, second has m2, third m3, fourth m4. The entire body is moving with velocity v. What will be the momentum of this body? What will be the momentum of this body?
M1 plus
1 plus
M2
M2
plus
plus
M3 plus M4 multiplied by V.
So this is this into v. Clear? Any doubts? And can I write down this like this? Quickly let me know. Is this clear? This notation? Is this notation clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now what can I write down this as approximately? If I want to, this was for discrete. Had this been a continuous system, I should replace sigma with what?
Integration.
Integration. And what can I write down this as?
So integrate from 1 to 4.
Integration
dm into
dm
V.
over the entire volume
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
or over the entire mass whatsoever. So now let me know which term will be zero in this case. You are finding out the momentum.
Sir, MDV.
m dv will be 0.
Yes, sir.
Got it? So please don't confuse relativistic mechanics with this. And is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
This is simple integration. This is nothing to do with that you will put this equal to 0 as such. You got it? The way you find out center of gravity is similar only. You don't, if there's a dm, you don't put it equal to 0. That is the mass of a small element. You got it? Any doubts to anyone? So why this is not 0? Don't confuse this with relativistic mechanics or classical mechanics. This is simple integration. Any doubts to anyone? Should I move forward now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is what we have already done. That is, force is equal to rate of change of linear momentum, and rate of change of linear momentum is v dm. And dm we can write down rho into dv. So please understand this. When this is v, this is the total velocity. When this is dv, this v represents the volume. So v with this strike through line is volume. Always bear this in mind. What about angular momentum principle? Sum of all torques on a system should equal to what? Rate of change of
Angular momentum.
angular momentum. Clear? So this is again the definition as far as Lagrangian approach is concerned. Likewise, I will not go into details of this because this is simple as such. You have studied in your 9th and +1 classes, I think. Likewise, first law of thermodynamics. This is heat supplied to the system, work done by the system is equal to rate of change of energy of the system. This is the first law of thermodynamics as applied to a system, that is from Lagrangian frame of reference. Likewise, this is the second law of thermodynamics. Again, you have this inequality here that is applied to a system. That is from Lagrangian frame of reference. So in all you have studied what? Conservation of mass, conservation of linear momentum, conservation of angular momentum, conservation of energy, and the entropy principle. Now, can you tell me in all of them, what is the common thread? All of them are extensive or intensive properties. Let me know. All of them are extensive or intensive properties.
Extensive properties.
Extensive.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? So we have actually done this before the Reynolds transport theorem because we want to generalize the analysis. So now we will be doing analysis on a variable called n, and n represents any extensive property. What does that mean? Whatever I find out the laws that are applicable to n, it means it will be applicable to all extensive properties because n represents any extensive property. Are you clear? Hai? Any doubts?
No, sir.
And small n represents capital N by m, that is specific property. So if you want to write down n, you can write down small n into m. Clear? That is why you have n dm or neta dm here. Dm could itself be written down as rho dv. So you get this expression as the most generalized expression where n is equal to m For which case?
Extensive.
If the extensive property is mass, then small n becomes 1. If the property is linear momentum, what will small m become? V, because P is
Mass into velocity.
velocity. So here it is
Back.
mv. So small n will be n by m. So you get v. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Likewise for angular momentum also, you know that it is r cross mv. This is n here. So you divide by m, you get this r cross. What is small e? Energy per unit mass. So you know that capital E is equal to capital E upon small m is equal to E. Likewise, capital S upon m is equal to small s. Any doubts to anyone? So once you have derived the Reynolds transport theorem for any extensive property, that means you have actually derived the Reynolds transport theorem for all the physical laws that you have studied till date. Any doubts to anyone? So
No,
this
sir.
is the generality of this, and that's why this is so important, because with a single derivation, you can actually find out the Lagrangian to Eulerian or Eulerian to Lagrangian back, this relationship for finite size control volumes, whether fixed in space or moving in space, for all these. Clear? Any doubts to anyone? Now I am coming to the Reynolds transport theorem formally. So I've written down here also. So I think this is now almost clear to you. This is the substantial derivative. This converts from Lagrangian to Eulerian or back to this in differentially small control volumes, and this is for finite sized control volumes. So RTT is relation between system and control volume, and system means control volume moving with the flow, and this is the control volume fixed in space. So this is Eulerian approach, this is Lagrangian approach. So it connects both the two approaches, and this is called the Reynolds transport theorem. Any doubts? Any doubts to anyone? Now I'm coming to Reynolds transport theorem, and now let me know, I have drawn a schematic here. So what do you see? What is the difference among the three? What is the difference among the three? If I ask you, I am putting it here, control volume, finite control volume, fixed in space, finite control volume, moving in space, finite control volume, deforming and moving in space. So which three control volumes are you able to see?
All three, sir.
Anji? What are the control volumes here? What do you think?
All three, sir.
So these are control volumes. So this is A,
Yes, sir.
this is B, and this net is C. So let me know which is the finite control volume fixed in space.
A, sir.
A, sir.
A. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts to anyone?
No,
Which is
sir.
the finite control volume moving within the space,
B, sir.
B.
B.
but
B, sir.
not it is not deforming.
Deforming. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And which is the one that is moving with the flow as well as deforming?
C.
C.
sir.
T1, sir.
Clear? Any doubts to anyone?
No.
So this should be clear in your mind. And most often we derive RTT because it is simpler to derive for this case. So we derive it for this case, but then we generalize it for the other two cases as well. Is that clear?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
So in most of the textbooks that you see, RTT will be derived for this first case because this is the simplest one. But RTT does not, here it applies to these two as well. And this is the most general case. And now again, I am giving you example, try to find out and categorize the three. So what do you think? Which is the finite size control volume fixed in space, not deforming, not moving?
Yellow balloon.
Be careful, I am giving you 30 seconds, think about it and let me know. What is the control volume in these cases? What is the control volume in case of E? A. In case of A, what is the control volume?
Moving and deforming.
Moving and deforming.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Because control volume is what?
Changing.
The balloon itself
Yes, sir.
that has got deflated.
Moving
So
on.
it is simultaneously moving as well as it is deforming as the air is coming out of it.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
What about case B?
Sir,
Finite volume with fixed.
Sir, moving.
Quickly. The person is stationary. What do you think? When you will inflate the balloon, what will happen to the control volume?
So deform.
It will deform.
sir, deform.
So what does that mean? This is the case in which
Finite control volume
is
plus
deforming but fixed in space.
Fixed.
fixed in space.
What about the C case? What do you see in C case? You have a reciprocating pump.
Finite control volume fixed in space.
So air is going into it, some air is coming out of it. So
Yes,
this
sir.
is finite size control volume fixed in space.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts to anyone?
No, sir.
And we will be applying Reynolds transport theorem to this, the simplest case, and then extend it to the other two cases as well. Now, any doubts to anyone? In these two examples, it should be clear what do you mean by fixed, non-deforming, moving, non-deforming, moving as well as deforming. Clear? So I am coming to the first part now, that is finite size control volume fixed in space. So I will be deriving the Reynolds transport theorem for this configuration, and then we can generalize that analysis for the more general cases. And clear? Any doubts to anyone? Any doubts to anyone?
No, sir.
What does this solid yellow cylinder signify? Look at it. I'm giving you 30 seconds. What does this yellow solid line and yellow discontinuous cylinder signify? I'm giving you 30 seconds. Think about it, then answer after 30 seconds. Hello.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is your answer? What does this yellow cylinder solid line represent? First of all, what is this red cylinder signifying?
The control volume.
Control volume.
Control your time t, sir.
At T as well as at
Delta T.
Delta t, sir.
T plus delta T. So I should have written down here what?
T plus delta t.
T plus delta T. Because control volume is not moving, neither it is deforming. So control volume is not changing with respect to time. Clear?
Yes, sir.
What is this now?
Only at time t.
At time T.
At time T,
Yes.
say, if I can assume N to be M, that is, it represents the mass of the fluid in this cylinder at time T.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And what about this?
T plus delta T.
T plus delta T पे वही मास कहाँ पे पहुंच गया?
Yes, sir.
मूव हो गया.
And you clear है?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts to anyone? Now I'm coming to the derivation part with this background.
तो पिछले वाले केस में जो हमारा मास है वो फिक्स नहीं है क्या, मूविंग है?
नहीं ये तो देखो, हाँ मैं क्या कह रहा हूं, यहाँ पे ये जो पानी है ये फ्लो कर रहा है इस डायरेक्शन. And clear है?
Yes, sir.
Fluid is flowing in this direction, and you have placed a finite size control volume fixed in space to analyze this flow. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Should I move forward now?
Yes, sir.
So now instead of that cylindrical control volume, I am assuming an arbitrary control volume, because this analysis can apply to any arbitrary control volume fixed in space and that is not deforming. So this is the, say, green. Green means total green. It may be like this. This was the situation at time t. So at time t, N system, say at time t. At time t, N means any extensive property. It may be mass, momentum, angular momentum, energy, entropy. So you can think about it as mass because that is the most easy one to actually imagine. So N say here, you keep in your mind that N is say M here, although it may apply to all other variables as well. So what is the mass in the system at time t? What should I write down? N1 at time t plus, what should I write down? What should I write down? If I ask you in this case, so this part is 1, this part is 2, and this part, say, is 3. At time t, what is the mass in this cylinder? What is the mass in this cylinder?
1 plus 2.
1 plus 2.
1 plus 2. Likewise, this was the original. So what happens is, at time t, this blue part, that is the control mass, was at what location? It was occupying the green space? And clear है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So at time t, the mass was 1 plus 2 only. Because this blue part was actually lying in this green part. So total mass in this, that is the total mass of the system, was equal to N1T plus N2T. Any doubts to anyone? And किसी को कोई भी doubt, please ask me, because this is the most important aspect which we study in fluid mechanics, because this is the basis of many other ad hoc theories. Any doubts? So N system at time t is equal to N1T plus N2T. Clear? What is the mass in the control volume at time t? What is the mass in the control volume
M.
at time t? हाँ जी. What was the mass in the control volume at time t? So this was the control volume at time t, and the mass within this was also in this control volume at time t. At time t plus delta t, this has moved to this location. This is the system at t plus delta
T
t.
plus delta T.
This was the system at t.
T.
So system at t as well as control volume at t, they were coinciding.
Yes, sir.
After delta t has elapsed, the mass has moved out of it, but the control volume as such has remained there only, as this was the case. So the red cylinder remains as such, only the yellow cylinder comes and goes. Are you clear? So my question is, the mass in the control volume at time t should be equal to what?
N1 plus N2, sir.
Anji?
N1 plus N2.
The same thing?
Green plus blue.
Same? That is N system at?
T.
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 ये समझ रहे हो?
Yes, sir.
At time t पे जितना मास था सिस्टम का उतना ही मास कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम में भी था, क्योंकि दोनों कोइंसाइड कर रहे थे. And clear? Any doubts to anyone? Now should I move forward? This is clear. What about at time t plus delta t? What is N system equal to?
Two plus three.
2 plus 3.
N2 at t plus delta t plus N3
And 3 T plus delta. Yes, sir.
Clear? Any doubts to anyone? Please ask me if you have any doubts.
No, sir.
What about N control volume at time t plus delta t?
The same.
1 plus 2.
N1
N2.
Plus
at
N2.
t plus delta t plus
N2.
N2 at
So T plus delta.
t plus delta. Are you clear? Hai?
Yes, sir.
Now, what can you write down this as? That is this yellow part. Can I write down this yellow part as n control volume at t plus delta t minus n1 t plus delta t. Please let me know if you are clear with this. जितना पार्ट 2 में है t प्लस डेल्टा टी पे वो किसके बराबर है? जितना टोटल कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम में है t प्लस डेल्टा टी माइनस जितना 1 पार्ट में है t प्लस डेल्टा टी में. Any clear है?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts to anyone? Any doubts?
सर जो कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम है वो फिक्स्ड है मतलब ना?
वो फिक्स्ड है. हम इस केस के लिए बना रहे हैं ये वाला.
यस सर, फर्स्ट केस के लिए वो फिक्स है. ओके
तो वो फिक्स्ड इन स्पेस है, नॉन डिफॉर्मिंग.
ओके
क्लियर है? So I am writing down here n system at t plus delta t. Sorry, n system at t is equal to n control volume at t is equal to n1 at t plus n2 at t, and n system at t plus delta t is equal to n2 at t plus delta t plus n3 at t plus delta t, and n control volume at t plus delta t is equal to n1 at t plus delta t plus n2 at t plus delta t. And also I know that this term, that is this yellow term, is also equal to n control volume at t plus delta t minus n1 at t plus delta t. यहां तक किसी को कोई डाउट प्लीज आस्क मी, because this is the most critical step in this. So I can substitute this here. Any clear है? Any clear है? Any doubts?
यस सर.
What do I get? N system at t plus delta t should be equal to what? N control volume at t plus delta t minus n1 at t plus delta t. What else?
Plus n3
Plus
n3 at t plus
n3 t plus delta t. And I already know that n system at t is equal to n1 at t, or I should write down this like this, n control volume at t. So I have this as one equation and 2 as this equation. Any doubts in these two equations? Any doubts in these two equations? Now let me know from your differential calculus concepts, what is this term equal to? What is this equal to? dn by dt system. This should be equal to what? What should I write down here? Rishabh. Rishabh Kumar. Rishabh, are you there? Rishabh. Rishabh is not there. Pulkit.
Yeah.
Rishabh, are you there?
Yeah.
हाँ जी बताइए क्या लिखूं यहाँ पे? हाँ जी पुलकित,
No, sir, I don't have idea.
अगर आप ऐसे लिखते हो dy by dx, इसको क्या लिखते हो? So I'm giving you hint. Limit delta t tends to 0. What should I write down here? The simple derivation, the definition of derivation.
dn by dx multiplied by dt by dx by dt.
Nt plus delta t.
N system
T plus delta
t plus delta t
T plus delta t
minus n system at
minus
T.
n system at t
by
T.
delta t.
Delta t.
हाँ जी, clear है ये? Any doubts in this equation? Any doubts in this equation? हाँ जी, clear है ये? How will you get this equation from these two equations? Rushi. Rushi, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how will you get this from these two equations?
Sir, NCV1 T delta T. So actually, sir, N system T at T plus delta T minus N system at T पे हो जाएगा.
Okay,
सब पूरी
you
equation
will-
वहाँ पे put कर देंगे.
So
I'll
you
just
will
put with
1 minus 2
yes, sir.
by
Upon delta T.
upon delta t in the limit
T
delta t tends to
delta T
0.
tends to 0.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now what will this get you? So this minus this, so what does that mean? Please help me write down this. What should I write down here? dn by dt system is equal to what? N control volume at t plus delta t minus
minus
n1
n1
at
t plus
plus
t
delta t
plus delta
plus
t n3
n3 at t plus delta t minus
minus n control volume at t
t upon delta t.
delta t.
This is limit delta t tends to
0.
0. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So what can you write down this as? Divided by this. dn by dt system is equal to dn by dt
Control volume
minus n3 by
t
delta t plus, sorry, I should write down n1 plus n3 by t plus delta t, and here I should put limit delta t tends to 0, and here also limit delta t tends to 0. Here the limit has been adjusted in this derivative. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So what are these two terms? Try to think. What are these two terms? N1 and N3 at t plus delta t as delta t tends to 0. तो क्या होगा, इसका मतलब क्या है? ये रीजन और ये रीजन एज डेल्टा टी टेंड्स टू 0, ये दोनों रीजन क्या होंगे? हाँ जी. और it will become more clear if you look at this diagram. Looking at this diagram, now let me know what will be this. तो t प्लस डेल्टा टी पे तो ये डॉटेड आ गया येलो जैसे, t पे इसके अंदर ही था. तो जब डेल्टा t 0 हुआ, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? What does that mean? ये पोर्शन कहाँ था उस टाइम पे?
वापस अपनी पोजीशन
ये पोर्शन कहाँ था जब डेल्टा टी 0 हुआ?
इनिशियल पोजीशन पर।
पहले तो ये बताओ मुझे, आप ये समझ रहे हो ये बात? ये तो समझ गया आप?
यस सर।
यस सर।
ये पूछ रहा हूं टी प्लस डेल्टा टी पे ये ओरिजिनल येलो यहां पहुंच गया, ये वाला कौन सा पार्ट है टी प्लस डेल्टा टी पे जो यहां से एंटर कर गया?
यस
सर।
और ये कौन सा पार्ट है जो जस्ट एग्जिट कर रहा है इसको?
यस सर।
यस सर।
ठीक है, तो जब ये डेल्टा टी टेंड्स टू 0 है तो ये वाला पोर्शन जो है, ये फर्स्ट वाला पोर्शन, ये वाला कौन सा होगा? जस्ट इसको एंटर करने लगा होगा।
यस सर।
उसकी लोकेशन वहां पे होगी और इसकी लोकेशन
Yes.
कहां पे होगी? जो जस्ट इससे बाहर
निकलेगा।
नाउ इट इज क्लियर?
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
So this was 1, this was 2, this was 3. So N1 at t plus delta t, as delta t tends to 0, what does this represent? Mass or property entering to the control volume, just entering. And what is 3?
Just exit।
Just exiting. Clear?
Yes.
यस सर।
So what is this now? This gives you what is just exiting minus what is just
एंटरिंग।
एंटरिंग।
हाँ जी, क्लियर है?
यस सर।
यस सर।
Now try to think this analogous to your बैंक सिस्टम अमाउंट, या जो आपका बैंक वाला केस था उसमें क्या था? Now try to think. Say this was the tub. Fluid was coming here 10 kg per second. Fluid was leaving 3 kg per second, 2 kg per second. So which term represents what? And say rate is increasing with the rate of 5 kg per second in this. Now let me know, this is one term, this is another term, this is another term. A, B, C. What does A correspond to in this equation?
Rate of increasing fluid. Rate of increasing.
What does A correspond? 1, 2 or 3? What does
Three,
A
sir.
correspond to?
3 sir.
3 sir, 3.
Anji?
3 sir. 3 sir.
A correspond to what? 2, 1 or 3?
3 sir.
3.
2 होगा।
2 होगा। ये क्या है? जितना इस कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम में इंक्रीज हो रहा है विद टाइम, तो वो तो यही है।
यस सर।
आप समझ रहे हो? 10 आ रहा था, 2 और 3 निकल रहा था, तो कितने रेट से इंक्रीज हो रहा था कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम में?
5।
5 से
So this term corresponds to dn by dt control volume.
2
What does this term correspond to?
3।
3 में भी कौन से पार्ट को?
N3.
Exiting.
एग्जिट कर रहा।
This.
That's the point of exit.
What is this term?
1
N1।
Yes. Clear?
यस सर।
And do you have this term here?
नो सर।
वो क्या होगा? In case of mass, if n is m, then this will always be equal to
0।
0. If it is mass, in all other cases it will be non-zero. We will let you know how. And any doubts to anyone? Any doubts to anyone? Now let me know. I am putting it here. Say this was any surface and say fluid was coming out of the surface somewhere where it was entering into the surface, and I take a small, say, area. This area is position vector, sorry, area vector is, say, in this direction, and velocity says in this direction. This is V, this is dA. I want to find out the total amount of fluid exiting this system. How can I do it? What is mass flow rate equal to? What is mass flow rate equal to? What is mass flow equal to? अगर इसमें से
density,
पूछूं इतने रीजन
density into velocity into
rho
area.
into V dot
dA.
dA.
This is the small mass flow rate. And you clear
Yes, sir.
है? If I have any extensive property, that can be written down as what? Small n into dm. And you clear है?
Yes, sir.
So if I want to find out that property, the amount of property exiting this system, what should I write down here? N dm over the entire surface. And you clear है? इस वॉल्यूम का सरफेस क्या होगा? अगर इसको पूरे को मैं ऐसे ही करते जाऊं हर पॉइंट पे, तो इट इज एसेंशियली इंटीग्रेटिंग. And you clear है?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Please again try to see m dm dot was rho v dot da. ये तो क्लियर है आप सबको?
Yes, sir.
हाँ जी
Yes, sir.
अब ये dm किस में से है? किसी इस पोर्शन में से. ऐसे बहुत जगह होंगे.
Yes, sir.
और मान लो ये कॉन्टिन्यूस है, मतलब हर जगह से कुछ पानी बाहर जा रहा है या अंदर आ रहा है. ठीक है, तो मैं क्या कर सकता हूं? अगर मुझे टोटल मास निकालना है तो मैं इंटीग्रेट किस में करूं? ऐसे करूं? पूरे कंट्रोल सरफेस से करना चाहिए इंटीग्रेट मुझे.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
डीए का इंटीग्रल तभी आएगा ना पूरे सरफेस का.
Yes, sir.
तो ये तो मास के लिए था. ऐसे ही मैं किसी और प्रॉपर्टी के लिए भी कर सकता हूं. तो मैं इसको अब जनरलाइज कर रहा हूं, ध्यान से देखिए. एन any extensive property is equal to small n or neta into dm, and small n into dm is rho v dot dA. This is n dot, that is rate at which that property is exiting the system.
Yes,
And I
sir.
should, this is dn dot, say dn. So n dot will be equal to integral over control surface n rho v dot d. Clear? Any doubts? Any doubts to anyone? Any doubts? So I have this expression now, which you have already seen. Say, wait for a second. So this becomes dn by dt system is equal to dn by dt control volume plus control surface n rho v dot da. यहां तक किसी को भी डाउट? And what is this term equal to? This term in our case was equal to what? What was this term equal to in our case?
Limit delta t stand to 0 and 1
this term was equal to n3
t plus delta t upon delta t
minus
n1 t plus delta t upon delta t.
limit delta t tends to 0. So this was, so I have written down actually this term in a more general form. यानी क्लियर है? जब v डॉट da के अंदर एंगल ऑब्ट्यूज हो जाएगा, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? ऑटोमेटिकली इनटू द सिस्टम हो जाएगा. हाँ जी, क्लियर है? सो v डॉट da itself will take care कि इनफ्लक्स है कि आउटफ्लक्स है. क्योंकि अगर मान लीजिए ये सरफेस था, v की भी डायरेक्शन ये है, da की भी डायरेक्शन ये है, तो v डॉट da जब भी लोगे cos 90 से कम एंगल होगा हमेशा.
यस सर.
और अगर उल्टा हुआ, मान लो यहां पे कुछ था ऐसे, अंदर आ रहा था और इसका da बाहर है, तो ये एंगल ऑब्ट्यूज हो जाएगा.
यस सर, ऑब्ट्यूज.
पाई माइनस थीटा वो आपका माइनस में आ जाएगा ऑटोमेटिकली. तो जो भी इनफ्लक्स होगा ऑटोमेटिकली नेगेटिव आ जाएगा, जो आना भी चाहिए था, और जो बाहर जा रहा है वो ऑटोमेटिकली पॉजिटिव है क्योंकि एंगल एक्यूट है. हाँ जी, क्लियर है? एनी डाउट? Any doubts to anyone? Clear? And when the control volume is not deforming, इस n को मैं क्या लिख सकता हूं? पहले मुझे बताइए n को मैं क्या लिख सकता हूं? What can I write down n as? What is n equal to? हाँ जी. What is n equal to? I am putting it here. Say n is equal to, you know that n is equal to small n into
dn,
and this is also equal to small n into rho into dv. So this is dn. अगर n चाहिए मुझे क्या होगा? इसका इंटीग्रल कर लो.
इंटीग्रल.
अब इंटीग्रल क्या होगा? n रो dv, dv इज वॉल्यूम, तो इंटीग्रल कौन सा होना चाहिए?
ट्रिपल इंटीग्रल.
ट्रिपल इंटीग्रल. हाँ जी, क्लियर है? सो आई कैन सब्स्टिट्यूट n एज दिस थिंग. सो व्हाट डू आई गेट फाइनली? I get dn by dt system is equal to d by dt. यहां पे क्या लिख दूं? ट्रिपल इंटीग्रल कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम n रो dv प्लस क्लोज्ड सरफेस इंटीग्रल n रो v डॉट da. Now can I take this inside or not? Can I take this inside or not? कि मैं इंटीग्रेट पहले कर रहा हूं कि डिफरेंशिएट पहले कर रहा हूं, इट डज नॉट मैटर. वो कब मैटर नहीं करेगा. हाँ जी. Is the volume function of time in this case or not? Volume of the control volume is the function of time.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
ध्यान से, मैं सिर्फ वॉल्यूम बोल रहा हूं, मैं प्रॉपर्टी नहीं बोल रहा.
नो सर.
नो सर. नो सर.
क्योंकि ये फिक्स्ड कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम है और ना तो ये डिफॉर्म कर रहा है. इसका मतलब
यस सर,
इट इज नॉट फंक्शन ऑफ टाइम दिस डीवी. Any clear है? So then I can write down this as, and I will do this in the next lecture, how it has come. So this becomes equal to dn by dn system is equal to curly n by curly t control volume plus closed surface integral n rho v dot dA. So from converting from the total derivative to partial derivative was only possible because this was non-deforming fixed control volume. So we will see how does this term change when we don't have a fixed or non-deforming control volume. So this is the expression for Reynolds transport theorem for a finite size control volume fixed in space. And this is the final expression you can see here as well. I have written down here in a much more neat manner. I am showing it you to now. So this is the final expression. Any doubts to anyone?
So how it becomes a partial derivative, sir?
Partial derivative. Okay. So now I'm coming to that. See this integral. Say this was an integral that is represented by blue curve. This is the function fxt. And the function itself is changing after t plus delta t to this orange one. Are you clear? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Then what does this represent? Area under this curve. What does this represent?
Integration.
fxt dx
Integration.
a to b. Are you clear?
Yes.
Any doubts? What does this yellow curve and area under this yellow curve represent total?
Fx t plus delta t.
Fx t plus
T
delta
plus
t
delta t.
a to b dx. Are you clear? Now let me know what is this? What is this equal to? What does this represent?
Second minus first.
What does this represent? Can I take a derivative out of this? What should I write down? If I take this inside, what should happen? How can I write down this as? A, B, F, X, T plus delta T minus F, X, T upon
Delta t.
Delta T limit. Delta T tends to 0. And you clear? What about, what can you write down this as? By Taylor series expansion. F xt plus curly up by curly t into delta t plus curly square f by curly t square delta t square factorial and so on. And is that clear?
Yes, sir.
This higher order term you can neglect if delta t is small.
Okay, sir.
So you are left with these two terms. So you can substitute this with this. This will cancel out.
Yes, sir.
What else will cancel out? So what will be you left with? limit delta t tends to 0, a to b, curly
Del
f
f by
by
del t.
del t, और यहाँ पे भी delta t है,
वो
dx.
cancel, yes sir, cancel out.
So as limit delta t tends to 0, this term becomes equal to 1.
Yes sir.
Clear? So what are you left with?
Curly f by del t.
d by dt fxt a to b becomes equal to what?
Del f by del t.
A to b. हाँ जी, clear है? So the total derivative term converts to partial derivative term like this. And this was the case of one-dimensional case. You can extend this concept to 3 dimension, and that's why we get this curly here. Because what is happening here is, with time, these limits are not changing. What does that mean? If limits are not changing, what does that mean? इसको उस तरह से लेके देखो कि पहले इतना फ्लूइड था, फिर इतना फ्लूइड हो गया, इसकी एक्स डायरेक्शन में लिमिट चेंज नहीं हो रही. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ बेसिकली? कि कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम का वॉल्यूम चेंज नहीं हो रहा.
कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम फिक्स है.
तो ये अगर लिमिट्स फिक्स्ड हैं, दे आर नॉट फंक्शन ऑफ टाइम, then you can take the integral inside and that converts from an ordinary derivative to a partial derivative. Any doubts to anyone? So this is what is called the Reynolds transport theorem for a finite control volume fixed in space and also non-deformable. Are you clear? Any doubts to anyone? Any doubts to anyone? Now this is, so you have solved to tube number 1, which is posted on LMS or not?
Solved, sir.
Solved. So as part of tube sheet 2, quickly solve this problem. Rest of the questions I will post it on the LMS and we can discuss in the next tube sheet. But as of today, I want each one of you to solve this. I am giving you total 5 minutes. Then I will arbitrarily ask anyone to solve this. Your time starts now. Up till 12:47, I want the answer. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So have you done with this?
No, sir.
So first of all, Saurabh. Saurabh?
Yes, sir.
So how will you calculate this? What is the approach you will follow?
सर सरफेस इक्वेशन दे रखी है 2xz uv कंपोनेंट और हमें डबल इंटीग्रेट करना है सरफेस इंटीग्रेशन।
तो क्या करूं मैं, मतलब क्या लिखूं यहाँ पे? जैसे मान लीजिए टोटल के लिए करना है तो पहले क्या करूं?
1 1 को निकाल के ऐड कर देते हैं।
अच्छा, तो मान लीजिए 1 के लिए करना है मुझे, क्या लिखूं?
सरफेस डिसाइड सबसे पहले
क्या लिखूं?
तो सरफेस आप कौन सा चूज कर?
1 1
1
This is the one. What should I write down?
इस कंपोनेंट z कंपोनेंट तो y z स्क्वायर माइनस 3।
नहीं, it is x component.
X component.
हाँ यस सॉरी सर, मैंने वो अलग लिया था। ठीक है, तो x कंपोनेंट 2xz सर, 2xz।
तो मैं इसको ऐसे कर लूं कि अगर हम
यूनिट वेक्टर का डॉट
दिस इज ui
v डॉट यूनिट वेक्टर
प्लस vj प्लस
wk।
So what should I write down here?
Yes.
ui
सर ये x
dot
unit vector in this direction.
So what is a dA1? So what should I write down? dA1 equal to what is ui?
ui 2xz
2xz I cap dot with
area vector.
The length in x direction is dx. This is dy. This is dz.
dy dz. Dx dy dz. Dx dz.
dy dz. And what is minus I cap or plus I cap?
Towards outside है सर, नीचे दिया है upward and outward be the positive direction indicated. Outwards positive ले लीजिए सर, positive.
I cap.
I here.
What do I get? 2x
पहले x का
dz
फिर z का। Yes sir.
Surface integral.
So x square by 2 by 2 से 2 cancel and after that z square by 2.
Okay, so what is x here?
X का लिमिट
0 से 2
0 0,2 0 to 2
ध्यान से
0 to 2 0 and
what is x here? I'm asking you x.
2.
अच्छा
2 sir 2.
So it means 4z dy dz and y varying from what?
0 to 2.
0
to 2. Z varying from
0 to 2.
Same ही है
0 to 2.
16 is the answer.
Yes.
Now Rushi, what about second?
Sir, second.
This one. Help me write down this. What should I write down?
Second के लिए सर नहीं पता सर।
Prashant.
Yes, sir.
What should I write down?
Sir, 0 to 2 integration.
First, let me know what should I write down here. Then I will write down the limits.
So for the we have write Vj, V is x plus 2 y cap.
Why 2 is for
No
this?
sir, no sir, minus x direction में जा रहा है।
डायरेक्शन
minus
xz रहेगा सर यहाँ पर भी.
UI है.
xz I cap
I cap
2xz I cap
into
dot with
dot with
dy
dy
dz.
dz.
minus I
Sir,
cap.
minus का
There
sign
should be
आएगा.
minus here.
Yes, sir, minus I
Because
cap.
positive normal is in outward normal is positive, so but it is in negative x direction, so it is minus dy dz into I cap.
Yes, sir.
Now limits will be again same,
Yeah, 0 to 0.
but what is the problem here? Will you get the same answer as for one or different?
So different.
Different, sir.
What is x here?
So 0.
0.
0.
So this will actually become equal to 0.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts to anyone? Now Pulkit, do it for 3, and Saurabh and Subek, do it for 4. Siddharth, do it for 5th. Syed, do it for 5th. And all others also try. For 3rd, for 4th, and for 5th. Third, first of all, what should I write down?
X plus 2 Y cap.
X plus 2
Y cap.
or J cap dot
Yes, sir, J cap. Dot dy in. No, sir. Sir, dx into dz.
dx into dz
Y cap.
y cap or j cap.
J cap, yes, sir.
Okay. So can you substitute anything here? Is there some constant here or not? For this phase?
Sir,
No, nothing is constant because you don't have any which term? Y term.
Y term.
So you can integrate again
0 to 2 and 0 to 2.
0 to 2 and 0 to 2. Okay. What about the fourth part? Fourth part.
Sir, x plus z j cap.
X plus
Z j cap and minus that.
2.
Yes, sir, x plus 2.
J cap.
J cap minus dx and dz.
So there is, I am leaving this as an exercise because there is some subtle concept of limits also that I am not clarifying now, but I want you to think about that whether it will be from 0 to and 0 to 2 or there will be some difference. That I leave it to you as well. So
okay,
this is J cap. So again you are saying 0 to 2, 0 to 2, but I want the complete answers. And you will get to know how these limits are to be carefully chosen. What about fifth one? Siddharth and Syed.
Y bracket
4y
z
k
square
cap
minus
dx
3.
dy.
Y z square minus 3.
I j cap
This is k cap.
dx dy.
Dx dy.
Sir,
K cap.
k cap.
K cap. K cap.
K cap.
Sir, limit 0 to 2.
Both limits 0 to 2.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So I'll leave this an exercise. You will add all of them
Total flux.
and get the answer. So please remember, I will be posting the tute sheet number 2 today itself by evening. So what you need to do is you need to solve tute sheet number 1 as well as tute sheet number 2 on your own.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So you have time up till the next tutorial and you will send the scanned copy of the same to me through email. and if there is copying even 1%, तो जिससे कॉपी किया है उसके 0 लगेंगे, जिसने कॉपी किया उसका 1 मार्क लगेगा 10 में से। तो जिससे कॉपी किया है उसको पिनलाइज ज्यादा करेंगे। So is that correct? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
क्वेश्चन नहीं आता कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, यू कैन आस्क मी एनी टाइम, आई विल गिव यू हिंट, आई विल नॉट गिव यू द कंप्लीट आंसर, बट आई वांट ईच वन ऑफ यू टू सॉल्व ऑन योर ओन, नो कॉपिंग एट ऑल। So I will break for today. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Otherwise, I will end the meeting now. Hanji, should I end the meeting or is there any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, then I am ending the meeting now. Okay, then.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.